Again, from a business, I think one of the benefits is I do know a lot about SEO and I'm a business owner. So there's business things I can bring in a little bit more naturally. And so when I get this question, it says, is it better to go after small metro with little competition or larger metro? Imagine you're putting a new business somewhere and you're like, do I go after, the suburbs of Chicago, not as busy, not as many people versus downtown Chicago? Well, what's the problem with downtown Chicago? It's competitive. There's lots of competitors. It's going to be hard. What's the benefit? There's going to be upsides of there's a lot of volume there. Downsides, not as big houses, a lot of apartment moves. And so the way I want to answer that question is you've got to make that decision for you as a business first. As a business, what is best? Do I want to be in a large metro and take those type of moves with those type of calls and those type of people? Or do I want to be in a small little competition place? Now, on an SEO side, if you've got a decent brand, aka you've been working with Rotate Digital for about a year or more, you've got a decent brand, the more, how do you say this? Even in the large metros, but I'm not going to throw that out there. The more or the less competitive, sometimes popular, but the less competitive, the quicker your Google business, your new Google business profile can rank. And that's a really amazing thing because you can gain real estate and gain visibility really, really quick with a new Google business profile. We have some clients in, parts of Alabama that are, in fairly big cities, but it's still kind of out there and they dominate for 50 miles. Well, 50 miles, you've got all these people around you. Now there's a sad part of, well, not all of them maybe can afford a moving company. So you got to make that decision. But ultimately, my answer to that question is you have to make a business decision. And then from that, the less competitive, the quicker you can usually rank and the better. And then Travis, do you want to say anything on that before I go to the second part of that question?
You're doing great. Go for it.
Okay. Secondly, then is you said, well, having a new Google business profile with zero or a small amount of reviews cause a loss of opportunity. I will actually say the answer will be yes for this reason only. If you're opening a new Google business profile, and I'm going to say a phantom location or a location. You're opening a new location. Okay. You set up a Google business profile. Now Google sees that. And if you got zero reviews there is a potential for Google to start questioning, is this valid? Is this real? And if this isn't real and the company's willing to put this Google business profile, maybe I need to check the main Google business profile and suspend that and go, hey, I want to make sure that this is still real in a real location. So the answer to your question is, I think it's more riskier to open a Google business profile and have zero reviews if you're not going to be pushing reviews. Now, if you're going to open it with zero reviews and then push reviews, you're totally fine. Now you're just gaining free market share. But don't put it live with zero reviews and not try to get reviews. It will not be worth it.
I think to go back to the first question, just to reiterate, I think just from a business perspective, if you're trying to decide between smaller and larger metro area or competition, I think who's your ICP, right? Who's your ideal customer profile and who do you want to be servicing, right? Because those areas will determine those things. And so when you're thinking about getting a new location, your main focus should be, are the people in this local area? If you're thinking about setting up a new GBP, probably the intention is because you want to rank organically on searches. Then you need to be thinking about, are the people in that local area people who fit my ICP? Are those the people that I want to be servicing? Are those the people that I want to be working for, working with? And probably that'll help you a lot when making a decision between where you want to go.